Okay, guys, so if you guys don't know who I am Jenica Wattilla, your presidential diamond with It Works, and we are going to talk how to end out March and start April in a strong way. Like I just said, you guys, this was going to be a recording without a Zoom, really super last minute. But I decided if somebody's like ready to work and somebody like needs to hear this, let's just do it right now. So it is going to be recorded if you guys need to jump off or anything like that, and upload it immediately. First things first. We're in a season of momentum. This is absolutely insane. I do not see stuff like this often. I do, well, I see it once a year. The time of this year is absolutely amazing. It's seriously, it's something that you can't explain until you've been here for a while. It's something that you don't see, back to back to back. Our company has a lot of different things that they offer all the time, but this right now, where you are right now, is exactly where you're supposed to be. Sometimes it might feel like you're a little bit lost here and there, and sometimes it might feel like you don't really know what you're doing, and that's okay. We all started somewhere. But the first thing it starts with is getting your mind right, you guys. Like, seriously. I wanted to talk about, so this is not really so much for a new person, like I said in the post. I want to talk about the two different types of people. I have one person who was 500 volume away from hitting double diamond, who threw in the towel yesterday. 500 volume. Who threw in the towel. It wasn't going to work. It was the 25th of the month. Life just happens. It sucks. It's too bad. It's not going to work. Maybe next month. Then I have the other type of person. It's 3, 4, 5,000 away from a lower rank like diamond, who is saying, I'm going to get this. I got this. Guess how close I am. I can't wait to smash this out. I can't wait to get that diamond check. You see how close I'm getting? But then that other person's 500 moping around. Well, the person at the double diamond gets paid more than the person at the diamond, but she's doing less work than the other one. It's all about their mind. It has nothing to do with their rank. It has nothing to do with anything else. It doesn't matter if they were going ruby, emerald, diamond, black diamond. It doesn't matter. It's where they are physically in their mind. I see this happen all the time. This is something that I see happen literally every single month at the end of the month. Super, super common. But I want you guys to ask yourself, what person are you? Person A or person B? I literally see this constantly. You guys got to make sure you're doing your self-development. You got to make sure that you're on top of things. You got to make sure that your mind's right. What you put out there does happen. You know that sounds silly. I know that sounds cheesy. It sounds so ridiculous sometimes. So I was listening to this podcast, you guys. This is going to be a pretty fast Zoom, so I'm going to talk fast. I listen to a lot of podcasts. When I wake up in the morning, if you guys are on my team, you guys already know my schedule. I wake up, I do not touch my phone. I listen to self-development. On the way to drop Kales off to school and to pick her back up, I am in the car of a total of at least 2 hours a day driving. I listen to self-development then. And also when I cook for my family, I listen to self-development. I was just making dinner. One of the things that they talked about in there was, have you noticed like when you guys were in high school, some of you guys, that might've been like yesterday. For me, it was a while ago. But have you noticed like some people have like, they loved high school. They loved their school, and then some people hate it. Have you ever noticed that two kids who grew up in the same family, one kid hates it, the other one thinks that it was great? Have you ever noticed two people walk into a party and that person walks in negative and she's just going to be a Debbie Downer the whole time? And somebody like me walks into a party and I am the party. And there's two different types of people. There's two different types of people. Are you going to be person A or person B? Sorry guys, let me make sure you guys are muted, please. So with me ending the month right now, I've been here for quite some seasons now. I feel like I'm kind of starting to get the hang of things. I'm feeling like I maybe might know what I'm doing. And I'm starting to notice people with that mindset. So every single person, if you guys are on this right now, I want you to drop down. Are you person A, that you're going to get shit done? Or are you person B, that's going to start on April 1st? Comment that in the status. Let me see where you guys are at. Let me know. And if you guys are person B, you need to message me immediately. Next thing is, so the law of attraction. I mean, this is so serious. I don't know, I'm getting really into this stuff, as you guys can tell. It's really starting to be something on my mind all the time, like manifesting things and speaking it into existence. And I never thought I'd be that person to say stuff like this. Believe me, it sounds weird. But today, you guys, if you guys are brand new, you're not going to know what this means. we lost one of our double diamonds. That sucks. I'm getting a new one. I already claim it. I already know I'm going to do it. I'm going to grab 10 of them now. Now, I'm putting that out there. For some people, they would have crashed. They would have crumbled. It would have hurt them big time. I talked to Megan Hurley. She's on here. I talked to her for a little bit earlier today, and we're just like, whoa, oh, well. It happens. I know that my heart is supposed to be here. I know that this is the company for me. I know that at the end of this month, I'm going to rock every single thing out. And I know at the beginning of April, I'm going to come in with such fierce tense to hit ambassador that nobody's going to stop me. Are you person A or person B? Is there anything stopping you right now? Because if there is, it's all in your mind. I can lose double diamonds and I still want to rock. I can lose diamonds. I've lost double diamonds when I was a double diamond. I've lost the people in my organization who helped me get there. Some people are losing that 400, that qualifying leg right now, and they think the world's over. Some people are having a return 200 BB order, and it's pushing them back to needing 800. Some people are struggling really bad and realized, I forgot about the total group volume. I still need an extra 1,000. And I'm watching these people seriously come out of the woodwork, ready to run, ready to take on the world. I mean, it's amazing to me. It's absolutely amazing. But guess what? It all started with self-development. It started with where they started. It started with some of these people. They didn't say stuff like this a couple months ago. I'm not going to say names, but there was one person on here right now who didn't even think she could hit Ruby last month. She wanted to go executive, and now she's going Emerald. And it all starts with what you believe in. You need somebody to pour into you, let me pour into you. You need somebody to tell you you can do it, let me tell you you can do it. You guys need somebody to hold your hand, I'll hold your damn hand the whole way. You guys have got to get your mind right. It's super, super important. I'm going ambassador. In the next 65 days, my name will say VIP Elite, Jenica Wattila, Ambassador Mother Effing Diamond. And I know it. I just know. And so you guys, get your mind right. Get yourself in these positions. If you're 5,000 away, that is still nothing. Nothing. So how am I going to do it? How am I going to get to ambassador in the next 60 days? Believe me, my wheel's been spinning a lot the past couple days. It's hard to figure out, especially with leaders leaving. But so since conference, I've been messing around with something. This new charting system really has some of us baffled, doesn't it? It's just, you're kind of sitting there, you think it's easier than it is, and it is easy, and it is more simple, but then all of a sudden you realize, well, crap, they don't just need 400, they need 2,000. I know a lot of you are feeling me right now. So since conference, I had set a goal. Again, this is not going to be for new people. You will have to explain this to the newbies. This will get a little bit confusing. If you are not new, I'm about to blow your mind. You guys, when they announced the promotions and stuff, if you were at conference, you knew I cried like a baby. Which doesn't happen very often. And whatever, I was super excited. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it was a struggle trying to hit triple. And it still was a struggle trying to hit presidential, and it's still a struggle to even maintain presidential. That's just what we do. If this job was easy, everybody would be doing it. Everybody would be presidential. You guys, just because I'm up here doesn't make it any easier. And I just maintained my rank today. And I'm like, okay, it's the 26th of the month. I'm maintaining a presidential. I have a little leeway, but not much. If there's enough for credit card decline or enough returns, enough anything, I could be looking at triple, right? So how the hell am I going to get to ambassador by the end of, what is that, May? At conference is when I started really processing everything. And after everybody left is when I really started realizing, how the heck am I going to do this? I know I talked to Megan and Mandy for a couple hours, and I laid in bed for 4 hours thinking, oh my God, my world just flipped upside down. And so I had to figure something out. I started this a couple weeks ago. Now bear with me. I'm going to open the chat because you guys are going to have questions on this. Some of you have already been kind of seeing the seeds I've been planting for this. You guys have been seeing me talk about building that Ruby. Some of you guys have kind of been seeing what I'm doing, but I've not given you the full details on it. And I know I was on the phone with Mandy. I don't know if she's on here. And she's like, oh, okay, that's kind of making a little bit more sense. It's not just you. Any rank in this company, we always should have goals. I've noticed I've always set my goals really, really high. They used to be the steps to success in 1 week. Quite frankly, if you guys are at any rank in this company and been here for more than a couple weeks, you should be able to do that in about a week and a half. So how do I set the bar higher? How do I want to be in momentum? How do I get to ambassador? How do I get something even further than hitting triple or presidential? So now I needed to lift it a little. What I am doing, it doesn't work every single week. It does not work every single time. And sometimes I fall flat on my face, but that is okay. I've completely switched up. Well, I've kind of reinvented my wheel, which you're not supposed to do. Instead of doing the steps to success once every month, I have now decided once every 7 to 10 days, I'm building a Ruby. Now, how I am doing this. Let's say, okay, I really hope there's not new people on here because it's going to get confusing. If you're following me, can you shake your head a little bit? If I'm confusing you, can you tell me if I'm confusing you? Okay. Let's say, so I started it 7 days into the end of the month. You guys know I was in Vegas with Savannah, then I was with Mandy. So I was like crunch time. Normally it should have been, I normally would do 10 days. So it gives me about 3 rubies a month. But this time I pushed myself really thin and gave myself 7 days. What I would normally do is do 10 days, build a Ruby. What does this mean? Enroll 3 distributors immediately, as fast as you can. You guys, sorry, my animals are fighting. Enroll 3 distributors as fast as you can. Then you need 2,000 total group volume. This does not mean, Brittany, that you place a person on your top row and build them to Ruby. This just means you keep track mentally on a piece of paper, a whiteboard, a notebook, whatever it's got to be, mentally keep track. You're going to place these 3 distributors anywhere within your organization. If you are going Ruby, obviously, then you build yourself to Ruby. Then, I do not enroll the full 2,000, you guys. This has been keeping me on track. I know we've had a lot of trouble about how to train our distributors with the amounts that are coming in, how to know what to do with them. I mean, this is going to fall into place of every single issue that we have been having. What I would do is I'd enroll those 3 distributors. Have you guys noticed, like, and I'm not going to say it's not because I didn't want to, because I definitely want to be a mass enroller, but have you guys noticed I've enrolled 3 distributors every single week since conference, but I have not been a mass enroller? Not that I didn't want to. Get it? Let me get that straight. I definitely want to be a mass enroller. But when I get these 3 distributors, I need 2,000 volume now. Let's act like I was a brand new Ruby. I enroll Megan. Megan is going to get started. I am going to do a one-on-one with her immediately. I have just started this. Immediately when they enroll, one-on-one time. Then I talk to Megan about it, the importance of enrolling their husband or her husband, the unlimited bonuses. You're going to get the $100, shopping spree, and that kit for only $20. How awesome is that? She's going to probably enroll her husband, right? So now I'm at 1 distributor, 0 customers, okay? It took me, okay, let's just be realistic. Megan was a hard distributor to train. It took me all day, but she got it under the control now. She learned. Her volume she brings in is going to count towards that 2,000 every 10 days. Now you are bringing in 6,000 new volume every single month, focusing on 3 distributors every single 10 days. You are actually physically training them. Instead of trying to be the mass enroller that we want to be, how about let's focus on training what we need trained, working with who needs to be worked, training Megan the correct way instead of throwing her in there and saying, I'm on to the next one. Now, Megan is going to work with me one-on-one for the next 10 days, very, very close. Megan is going to get her first 4 customers, and I am going to help her. So I get my fast start bonus. Megan gets her shopping spree. But remember, Megan enrolled her husband. So all that volume's coming into play, right? Then I tell Megan, we got to get your husband those 2 customers because you want that fast start bonus. So now let's say they all just enrolled Thermal Fight. What is that? 30, 60, 90, 120. She fast starts her husband 150, 180 volume. I feel that 1 distributor. If they all ordered Thermal Fight X. Instead of making this about how much can I do, instead of making this about can I mass enroll, instead of making this about like how many times do I want to pull my hair out every single day, I just want to focus on 3. And I just want 10 days to do it. I want 10 days to get 2,000 volume with a team. I don't want to pull 2,000 volume by myself. I can't handle it. Let's be realistic, you guys. Retention sucks. It's hard to retain when you're a mass enroller. And I know, again, this is not for newbies, so you guys are probably getting a little freaked out, but is everybody else following me? I've noticed this past couple months that I've really tried to figure out what I'm doing wrong. Even though I'm promoting, I still do stuff wrong. Even though I'm promoting, I'm still failing in a lot of areas. And so I'm trying to get my life put together. I'm trying to figure out how I can cook for my family again, how I can clean my house again, how I can talk to you guys but still enroll. How can I keep a steady business? And there's no way to do it. I can't do it, you guys. Let's be realistic. It's not happening. but I can try to figure out how to get a little bit better at it. And so now when I'm enrolling those 3 distributors, my first goal every 10 days, obviously you still follow the planner. Obviously the beginning of the month, you still more so focus on the distributors. There's still obvious things that come into play in this. But my overall goal is to build a Ruby every single 10 days. Is everybody following that? Does anybody have any questions on that? I know you guys are like, hey, it's common sense, but it's so common sense that we overlook it, that we keep on trying to do other things. And I feel as if the past, my volume was higher on the 22nd than it's ever been in the entire time I've been with this business. That was before everything ran. And we've had more promotions as I've started doing this, and as the chart changes, and as I've been learning how to start doing other things and developing into leadership and developing into self-development, stuff's just all changing. So I think sometimes those simple things are really, really overlooked. You can kill yourself and work 40 hours and be by yourself and teach 4 people to work for 10 hours. Yes, exactly. Exactly. And that's exactly what's happening. Yeah, it sucks. I'm not getting $1,000 fast start bonuses. But guess what? My cabs are skyrocketing now for people who aren't diamond. You will get there. But I'm still getting the same amount of money, if not more. It's just not that as fast instantly. It's just at the end of the month. It's really crazy to me to see the difference. Sometimes we strive to be in competition. I am not saying don't be in competition. I am not saying don't be a mass enroller. That is definitely not what I'm saying. But I am saying sometimes we strive so hard to be the best of the best of the best, and we don't realize we're letting every single thing slip away. And how simple this business really is. Now, training those 3, giving yourself 10 days to build a Ruby. Come on, you guys, it's simple if done right. Sometimes I think we make this harder than it needs to be. Sometimes I think we're looking at a triple diamond chart, trying to figure out how to fill every single box, when if we break it down week by week to build a Ruby, it would happen fast. It would happen 10 times faster. Hopefully that helps you guys. Now you guys can see how I'm doing stuff a little bit. Does anybody have any questions before I turn off this recording about that? If not, I'm going to turn off the recording, and then you guys can ask questions about anything else.
No, that makes perfect sense, because you have to have 3 rubies. 2 rubies to make an emerald, and then your diamond.
And
that makes perfect sense. That's why I dropped chat. Light bulb popping.
Every single month I will do those 3, because I switch from leg to leg to leg. I have 4 legs. One of my legs does not, unfortunately, get any help from me. She gets mental help from me, not enrollment help from me. And so I switch from leg to leg to leg. And I'm even constantly building that 4th leg and building stuff, so it's working really, really well. Anybody else on that? And then I'm going to turn the recording off. Actually, I'm just going to return the recording.